Good morning to everybody. Hope you are all well. Welcome to online classes. Now I will explain from page number 20 of the story The Tiger in the Tunnel, written by the author Ruskin Bond. Before explanation, the remaining part of page number 20 in this recording, I will refer few sentences from the previous session of 11th May. He found himself trapped like the man. Fight along the cutting was impossible. He entered the tunnel, running as fast as his wounded leg would carry him, and then with a roar and a shower of sparks, the train entered the yelling tunnel. Now I will start explanation. The noise in a confined space was deafening, but when the train came out into open on the other side, silence returned once more to the forest and the tunnel. Explanation 1. The noise in a restricted space was roaring, but when the train came out into the open from the tunnel on the other side, the stillness returned once more to the forest and in the tunnel. Explanation 2. The clutter in a constricted space was resounding, but when the train ran through the tunnel and crossed the tunnel on the other side, quietness came again once more to the forest and the tunnel. Explanation 3. The crash in a narrow space was ear-shattering, but when the train crossed the tunnel on the other side, tranquility came back once more to the forest and the tunnel. Next from the book. And the next station, the driver slowed down and stopped his train to water the engine. This driver restricted the train speed and stopped the train at next station. Then he asked the waterman to pour the sufficient water in the engine. Explanation 2. The driver controlled the speed of the train and stopped it at next station and asked waterman to fill water in the engine. Explanation 3. The driver stopped the train at the next station and ordered to fill up water in the engine. Next from book. He got down to stretch his legs and decided to examine the headlamps. He stepped down to draw out his legs and determined to check the headlamps of the engine. Explanation 2. He got off the train, he extended his legs and concluded to inspect the headlamps of the engine. Explanation 3. He alighted to straighten his legs and decided to test the headlamps. Next from book. He received the surprise of his life, for just above the cowcatcher lay the major portion of the tiger cut in half by the engine. He gained the wonder of his life, for just above the buffer zone deposit, the main part of the tiger, it was cut by the engine, half of the body of the tiger. Explanation 2. He achieved the amazement of his life. He found the half of the tiger's body sticked above the buffer. Half of the body of the tiger was cut by the engine. Explanation 3. He seemed the awe of his life. He noticed the half of the body of the tiger rest above the fender, which was cut by the engine. It is the end of first lecture.